People call Itachi Uchiha a genius. Some call him a hero. Others call him a cold-blooded murderer. But after everything, the hidden wars, the calculated lies, and the absolute destruction of his own soul, what did Itachi himself actually learn? Because if you look past the illusions, his story isn't about becoming strong. It's about discovering that strength, by itself, is a trap. And maybe the most painful truth about his entire life is this: he learned his biggest lesson only when it was already too late. Not when he achieved absolute power. Not when the world finally understood his secrets. But in the exact moment he realized he was completely wrong. Children grow up learning how to trust. Itachi grew up learning consequences. Before he was labeled a prodigy, before he ever awakened the Sharingan, before he became a name feared across nations, he saw the raw reality of war. And war changes a human mind fundamentally. When a child is exposed to extreme suffering too early, their brain skips a step. They stop asking, "How can I be happy?" And they start asking, "How can I stop the pain?" That single question became Itachi's entire identity. Peace, order, ultimate protection. He wasn't chasing power for glory. He was desperately trying to prevent loss. But this noble instinct created his first, fatal mistake. He began to believe that if a person possesses enough intelligence, they can shoulder the suffering of the entire world alone. It's a beautiful, heroic idea, but hidden deep inside that thought is a dangerous arrogance and a profound, unbreakable loneliness. To save his village, Itachi sacrificed everything: his reputation, his future, his family, his own humanity. Sacrifice is a powerful tool until it becomes your only way of existing. At some point, Itachi stopped living. He simply functioned. Every decision was stripped of emotion and reduced to a cold equation. What action creates the least amount of total damage? Not, what is actually right? And this is where the human mind breaks. Because once your suffering becomes your identity, you stop questioning your choices. You subconsciously begin to believe, if I am hurting this badly, my decision must be correct. But suffering does not automatically make someone right. Even the people with the purest intentions can make the most destructive choices. Nobody can deny that Itachi loved Sasuke. But love and wisdom are not. He engineered a reality of pure hatred. He painted himself as the ultimate monster. He reasoned, if Sasuke hates me enough, he will push himself to become strong. And on the surface, his plan worked. Sasuke got strong. But strength built purely on trauma always carries a psychological. The second lesson Itachi learned was about the flaws of a system. He genuinely believed that protecting the structure of the village was the only path to collective peace. So he obeyed. He followed orders even when they crossed into moral impossibility. He accepted the dark mathematical trade. Individual pain is worth collective stability. But reality eventually taught him a harsher truth. A peace built entirely on hidden massacres and silenced truths is a ticking time bomb. Problems delayed are not problems solved. You cannot bury trauma in the shadows and expect it not to grow. Eventually, everything returns to the light. This doesn't make Itachi evil. It simply makes him human. A young man caught in an impossible historical meat grinder, trying to make absolute decisions with incomplete, broken answers. The reason Itachi Uchiha became unforgettable to millions of people is not because he sacrificed his life. It's because he had the courage to change his mind. When he was brought back to reality, he stopped defending his past. He stopped acting like his cold decisions were the only options. He stripped away the persona of the perfect, flawless strategist and accepted a truth that most people live their whole lives running away from. He admitted his failure. Think about how agonizingly difficult that is. To build your entire existence around a single, painful path, to lose your family, your honor, and your sanity for it, and still look back and say, I was wrong. I should have trusted others. That confession changed everything. Because in that final breath, Itachi finally understood the universe. Truth is not a weakness. Trusting the people you love is not a weakness. Sharing your burdens is not a weakness. Trying to carry the weight of the entire world by yourself, that is what breaks a human being. So, what did Itachi Uchiha actually learn from his entire life? Not that sacrifice is meaningless, not that peace is an impossible dream, but a deeper, universal law. You cannot save people by controlling them. You cannot truly pretend the eyes. He accepted it, and he finally found peace.